going on, guys? They say it takes 21 days to create a habit. Today is November 26th, 2025. I started this June 6th of I started this June 24th, 2025. Keep in mind, I hate the cold. Well, they say 21 days to create a habit. August 11th, 2002 was the last time, or that's the day that I stopped drinking and doing hard drugs like cocaine. 21 days, complete a habit. Not all your habits you're going to find are going to be bad. So you need to pick and choose which ones are benefiting your life and which ones are trying to destroy it, and get rid of the ones trying to destroy your life, man. I recall the first time I got high with my brothers. We lived in Compton. I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. From a very young age, I knew a lot about life. When you're getting high, sniffing gas and glue at 7, 8 years old, you grow up real quick. I went on to do a lot of other things, but that was the past. And I did those things for like over 20 years. So here I am, got more clean time than dirty time. So what do I do with my life now? Here I am, 61 years old, soon to be 62. Time flies. And I see a lot of bullshit in the world. And I'm just like tired of trying to live within a bullshit society that I've been living in all these years. So it's definitely time to change. For the last 40 years of my life, I've done realistically nothing but labor type of material work, or labor work, hands-on stuff. And 20 of those years or plus was all involved in construction. So my construction years, I started off as a brick tender, and then I ended up being a scaffold setter and truck driver and things like that for quite a few years. When I say quite a few years, I was in the scaffold trade for 20 years. But when it got slow, I did a lot of other things just to keep surviving. And when I screwed up, over-drinked, over-partied, stuff like that, I had to do what I had to do. But to get back to something, I've done a lot of things in my life. And for some reason, for a long time, I was ashamed of those things. I didn't realize the power and the potential of all those things that I have done in my life, because they call them a jack of all trades. When you're a jack of all trades in the wrong environment, they will ridicule you, they'll put you down, they'll look down upon you, and they will disrespect you. When you're in the right environment, they will take the opportunities to pick your brain and learn what you've experienced already, so that they don't have to learn the hard way. Yes, there's a lot of things I've tried. There's a lot of things I failed at. But there's not one thing I didn't do that I didn't make money at. Although I was a hell of a scaffold setter, one of my specialties was working the ground. Because when I got drunk and shit like that and hung over, I didn't want to be up on the scaffold, so I worked the ground. But working the ground is like being a brick tender. When you got 3 bricklayers you're working for, you have to be ready for each and every one of them, and you have to read what the fuck they're gonna need next. As a scaffold setter, I knew exactly what my guys on top were going to need, so I watched them, and I had everything ready for them. So when they got to that point, all they had to do was just look around, and I was ready to hand it to them. One of the reasons why I was pretty fast at what I did as a scaffold setter, and I was able to actually outwork 2 guys, no bullshit, was because When I got out of my truck, I walked the job site, checked everything out. And then I laid out the whole building. What I mean by laid out the whole building, my plank, rails, everything was on that building, ready to go for me to set it up and just take off working once I put my tools on. I always operate it from a system. McDonald's has a system. Taco Bell has a system. The school system has a school system. We were trained to operate from systems. Yeah, so back to systems. No matter what job I ever did, there was always a system involved, and I created it. Now, my personal life has systems out of whack. But here's what I noticed. In my professional life, as an employee, I will operate by a system, and that system is pretty fucking fast. And more importantly, it's efficient. Once I do something, I don't have to go back and keep fucking going back and forth getting shit. One of the things that pissed me off most is people fucking standing around in the way and a system not fucking designed correctly to where you got to go back and get shit because the people that designed it didn't know how to properly design it. And so the system is fucking designed by going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I worked with guys in fucking construction like this. That's why I was able to fucking outwork them. While they were fucking throwing everything on the ground, bending over, picking everything up, my system was already in play where everything was tore down the way I set it up. I leaned everything. It looked like it took me a little longer, but I was actually able to pick it up, store it, and get it on the truck a lot faster than they were because they had to pick up a fucking mess. So my point is this: systems and routines, habits. So I took all of that stuff and I created a system called the Built for More method. Now, the Built for More method is only about what you want it to be about. Whatever you think you're built for more about, that's up to you. I can't decide that for you. For me, I just knew I wanted a better life. I didn't want to keep having to bust my ass in a system for somebody else. I didn't want to do construction for the rest of my life. So back in 1990s, that's when I got my first computer because I realized my trade would be obsolete one day, and I'm glad I did. So now I take 40 years of labor mentality, systems mentality, customer service, just the mentality of busting my ass because it made me feel good about myself back then. And I ain't gonna lie, for a couple years after the kids got grown and got their lives, I just lost my purpose, and I didn't have a system anymore, and I didn't have a routine, and I was just wandering around lost. And today, I've replaced all that with a morning routine and a system and a purpose. And I don't have to fucking get out there and bust my ass in the cold environment unless I want to. So guys, when you're looking to get in better shape and fitness, you got to make up your mind to do it. We're getting older, we're not getting younger, and if you've been sitting around, your body is going to be stiff. It's only stiff because you ain't fucking moving around doing what you need to be doing for yourself, dude. I don't know who it is, but you got to get your ass up off the couch, get motivated and back into life. Try fucking walking barefoot. Just do something today that you haven't done in years, or you never done before, or you just thought was stupid because everybody else thought it was stupid. I want to talk about that real quick while I close out because I'm almost at my point at home. Cookie cutter mentality. There's this guy I follow, Mike Chang. Every time I see his videos, he's in white pajamas, it looks like. That's his setup. But his routine, his systems, and his techniques are all great because they really work and they help you out. I've tried them. They look crazy, but they work. The thing is this. This guy in normal society doesn't look like everybody else, so people are going to probably ridicule him and judge him because that's what I did. Because I'm a cookie cutter person for all these years as well, until I realized that, I've always been different. I've always went against the grain. And I've always thought different. I've never thought like sheep did. Think about that. When I look at people, the way they're dressed, they all look the same. You can just tell. Tattoos, hat, shirts with flags, things like that. Shirts with flags, things like that. They all fit the same type of mentality. Same type, everything. So when I see these people, I shake my head and I laugh to myself because they're cookie cutters. There's no originality within them. So when people see guys like Mike, like the way I did, I just thought, okay, he's different. Couldn't find out he's not different. My thinking is programmed to think people like that are different, when in all reality, he's unique. He is what the world needs more of. We are all supposed to be unique individuals, not cookie cutters. Think about that. Our biggest problem is we live in a controlled society that wants everybody to think and look alike. That way they're easily manipulated and controlled. Don't allow others to easily manipulate and control your mind and your life with their techniques they've been practicing for years and years and years. They're feeding you information that has never been proven. Think about that. Don't get me started on our food supply. All that right there is going to be stuff that I can utilize in my juice. Always remember, guys, you only get one life. It's yours to do as you please. You just hang around and do nothing, or you put in some work. It's up to you. What kind of work you want to do, it's all up to you. How you want your life to be? Control, relax, stiff, or loose. What is it? Make sure to get your exercise in. Do what you need to do for yourself, guys. Don't worry about everybody else. Do routines that make you happy. Don't worry what everybody else does. As long as you're out there doing something good for yourself, that's all that matters. So make sure to like, share, and follow all my videos, because you're built for more and you deserve a built for more attitude, built for more community, and a built for more surroundings. And most importantly, you deserve the method that's going to build all those routines for you, build up your systems, and get you guys going. This is Steve Dorsey. Thanks for watching this far, if you watched this far. And until next time, peace out, guys.